هذا العيد فرصة للمسلم في تصفية النفوس وإزالة الشحناء من القلوب والعفو عن المسلمين إن كان بينهم شيء من أمور الدنيا. يقول عليه السلام: لا تباغضوا ولا تحاسدوا ولا تدابروا وكونوا عباد الله إخوانا، ولا يحل لمسلم أن يهجر أخاه فوق ثلاث. ويقول عليه الصلاة والسلام: وقد نص العلماء على أن إلقاء السلام أو رده بين المتخاصمين يقطع الهجر المنهي عنه ويرفع الإثم، وخيرهما الذي يبدأ بالسلام. فليحذر المسلم من إدامة الشحناء والقطيعة في قلبه خاصة في هذا اليوم العظيم، يوم الجائزة الكبيرة، فهي تمنع فضل الله عز وجل بالعفو والمغفرة. بارك الله لي ولكم في القرآن العظيم، ونفعني وإياكم بما سمعنا من الآيات والذكر الحكيم. أقول ما تسمعون، وأستغفر الله لي ولكم ولسائر المسلمين من كل ذنب، فاستغفروه إنه هو الغفور الرحيم وهو البر الكريم. الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر، الله أكبر كبيرا، والحمد لله كثيرا، وسبحان الله وبحمده بكرة وأصيلا. Respected elders, ulama, brothers and sisters, this is Yawm al-Eid, is the day for receiving your certificate, the day that you will earn whatever you invested in the month of Ramadan. Indeed, the concept of Eid Ahibbat al-Kiram is appreciation to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He gave us the opportunity to fast 30 days of the month of Ramadan in the year 2026. It was not because of your ability or because of your hard work, rather than favor and blessing from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala He bestowed upon us. So the concept of Eid Ahibbat al-Kiram is that we will appreciate to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Shukru ni'amillahi azza wa jal. That's why Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam, he used to repeat this dua constantly. Allahumma a'inni ala dhikrika wa shukrika wa husn ibadika. Oh Allah, give me the opportunity to be grateful to you, to understand your favors Jalla Jalalu. Na'am. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Ahibbat al-Kiram, لَإِن شَكَرْتُمْ لَأَزِيدَنَّكُمْ. If you appreciate the favors of Allah, the blessings of Allah upon you, He will increase it for you. Ahibbat al-Kiram, we invested in the month of Ramadan whatever we invested, whether it's salah, qiyamul layl, reciting Quran, giving charity for the sake of Allah. If it is accepted, if it was with good intention, Allah will accept it. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us among those ones. It is glad tidings for those who've been given opportunity to invest in the month of Ramadan. It is just one opportunity which comes every year. Ayyaman ma'dudat is said in the Quran. If for any reason you didn't make most of it, still the Lord that we used to worship in the month of Ramadan is the same Lord for the month of Shawwal. The gate of Tawbah still is open, and there is no barrier between you and your Creator for asking to give you acceptance upon the right path. Ahibbat al-Kiram, fasting is not only restricted in the month of Ramadan, rather than that's your start point. It is sunnah from Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam that he used to fast 6 days in the month of Shawwal. You can take it in one go, or you can split it out throughout the month. But it is sunnah from Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam. He says, whoever fasts the month of Ramadan, ثم أتبعه ستا من شوال, then follow up by fasting 6 days in the month of Shawwal, كان كصيام الدهر. وحديث Muslim. It's similar. It seems that someone fasted the entire year. The reason being, من جاء بالحسنة فله عشر أمثالها. Whoever does one good deed, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will increase and multiply for it until it goes up to 700. والله وخزائنه ملأ جل جلاله. أحبة الكرام, some people, because of Rawhaniyat Ramadan, because everyone was practicing and Shaitan was in prison during the month of Ramadan, they get the opportunity or ability to come to the Masjid, to connect to the Masjid by performing daily prayers with Jama'ah, reading the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, making as much effort as possible in the month of Ramadan. But I will repeat again, Ahibbat al-Kiram, we are worshipping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We are not worshipping in the month of Ramadan. فَإِنَّ رَبَّ رَمَضَانَ هُوَ رَبُّ الشَّوَالِ وَرَبُّ كُلِّ شُهُورِ كُلِّهَا. So Ramadan is the start point and the limit or the destination is until the death and the certainty comes. Allah says to His Messenger, وَاعْبُدْ رَبَّكَ حَتَّى يَأْتِيَكَ الْيَقِينَ. Worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala until the certainty comes to you, indeed the death. Ahibat al-kiram, the concept of Eid is at-ta'aluf wa-tarahum, to show the unity of this nation, regardless of our background, regardless of our status within society, but we're standing in one place, facing one qibla direction, making takbir to the same Lord, one ilah jalla jalaluhu. So this is the beauty of Islam. The concept of Eid Ahibat al-Kiram is to remove any problem, any envy, any hatred among ourselves. So that today, because it's the day of that we are receiving our certificates, that everyone is happy, so we don't want to spoil that moment and remove any problem among ourselves. The most dua that you repeated, especially in the last 10 days of Ramadan, was Allahumma innaka afuun tuhibbul afwa fa'fu anni. Oh Allah, you are the most forgiving and you love those who forgive one another. Oh Allah, forgive me. So we need to practice that one on this blessed day, Ahibat al-Kiram. The concept of Eid Ahibat al-Kiram is to remember those brothers and sisters or relatives or friends that we knew who passed away from the last Ramadan, by making dua for them. They wanted to participate or to be with us in this blessed day, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, their time has came and they depart from this world. They are in the world of barzakh at the moment. So it is a good opportunity to remember them by making dua, because me and you were still on that queue and no one has guaranteed that we'll get another opportunity to participate in another Eid. Likewise, Ahibat al-Kiram, the concept of Eid is to remember the poor and needy people among the Muslimin specifically. That there is many people in their thousands that they cannot even afford to have dinner today. Me and you, Ahibat al-Kiram, Allah subhanahu favor us and we have that opportunity, but there is people in their millions that cannot afford even to buy, to place food for their kids on the table. So it is the concept of Eid to remember those ones and idkhal surura fi qulubihim. It is the concept of Eid Ahibat al-Kiram to remember the orphans and the widows. They didn't choose that to be orphan. It was the decree of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that maybe one of their parents depart. So it is opportunity to remember them, to look after them, to visit them and help and support them whatever they need. It is the concept of Eid Ahibat al-Kiram to remember our brothers and sisters all over the world who are going under oppression, are struggling. Maybe some of them even they didn't get the opportunity to pray Salat al-Eid today due to the situation where they're living in. So it is the concept of ummah to make dua for them, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala should ease their problem. It is the concept of Eid Ahibat al-Kiram to understand the responsibility that Allah bestowed upon us as a male to start with. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, كُلُّكُمْ رَاعٍ وَكُلُّكُمْ مَسْئُولٌ عَنْ رَعِيَّتِهِ. So it is our responsibility to look after our families, safeguard them, let them be happy and enjoy this blessed day, but it has to be based on what Sharia allows, Ahibat al-Kiram. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will question that the day of Qiyamah. Likewise, our sisters, they are the backbone of Islam, I will call it, especially from this community, in this Western world where we're living in. So it is our duty, your duty, our sisters, to look after our kids, that they should, yes, they have all the right to be happy, but there is limit whereby they cannot cross. You cannot be wearing hijab, performing your salah during the month of Ramadan, then over the sudden you destroy whatever you invested in the month of Ramadan in one particular day. Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam says, khayrukum li ahlihi. The best amongst you are those who are good to their family. Wa ana khayrukum li ahlihi, he says. It is the responsibility, it is our duty, Ahibat al-Kiram, especially on these blessed days, to remember the final will of Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam. Akhir wasaya Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam. As-salah, as-salah, he repeated 3 times. People, because they are so happy, they neglect, and you will see Masjid maybe, and they don't even remember to come and perform Salat Fara'id. Especially today is Friday, and it is obligatory upon you to perform Salatil Jum'ah. There is different opinion, but the strongest opinion says that as we are not travelers, then it is wajib upon us to perform Salat al-Eid. Ahibat al-Kiram, the concept of Eid will not work for you as a believer if you want to abandon the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which you are used to recite during the month of Ramadan. Naam. Indeed, it should, whenever you buy any gadget from the market, it comes with booklet which indicate how to use it. Ahibat al-kiram, our existence in this dunya, how to make most of it, it is in the book of Allah and the practice of Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam. The time that we abandon and leave and ignore it, then we are worthless. We are nothing basically. So I don't understand that some of us want to abandon the book of Allah and maybe remember next year. No one has guarantee that they will be in the next Ramadan. Ahibat al-kiram, the Eid is not, you will not enjoy the concept of Eid if you want to go back again to your old habit, associating yourself with drugs, with zina, iyadan billah, with all forbidden that you stay away from, and you are firm enough to practice and stay away from them during the last 30 days. And destroy your life again. The concept of Eid is not for you, Akh al-Kareem, if you want to break your fast with the stolen wealth or a haram wealth that you created from riba. The concept of Eid, or you will not enjoy the Eid if you are denying your younger brothers and sisters from their right to inherit their parents, or you consuming their wealth in haram way. The concept of Eid is not for you, Akh al-Muslim, if you want to cut that family ties and kindship apology from today. Maybe your relative are struggling elsewhere and you bringing your zakat to the masjid. I don't understand it. The concept of Eid is not for you if you want to cheat your own work and your shifts, because you cannot be Muslim in the masjid, then outside masjid you are not Muslim, or you are a different person. The Islam that you have in your heart, or the Iman that you have in your heart, it should be inside masjid and outside masjid at the same level. You don't enjoy the concept of Eid if you want to abandon your kids and family and just themselves struggling in this life and you don't know what they're doing. You don't enjoy the concept of Eid if you do dhulm and oppression to the people. Remember the dhulm between you and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala by not performing the ibadat that the way it should be. It's in the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He has the ability to forgive us, or He has the ability to punish us, Jalla Jalaluhu. But if there's any problem between you and human being, no one will forgive you, and it will come the day of Qiyamah. وَمَنْ يَغْلُلْ يَأْتِ بِمَا غَلَّ يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ ألا صلوا وسلموا من أمركم الله بالصلاة عليه. اللهم أسعد في هذا العيد قلوبنا وفرج همومنا واشف مرضانا وارحم موتانا وأصلح أحوالنا وأحوال المسلمين في كل مكان. أسأل الله أن يجعله عيد خير وبركة، وأن يعيده علينا وعليكم أعواما عديدة وأزمنة مديدة، ونحن في صحة وعافية وسلام وفي عز للإسلام والمسلمين. وصلى الله وسلم على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم، وكل عام وأنتم بخير وعيدكم مبارك. حبيبي بارك الله فيك في النظر ما شاء الله ما شاء الله ما شاء الله السلام عليكم.